When I think of the Auditorium Theatre, what I like best is the history. It goes back to 1889. In 125 years, I think they've paid their dues and they've weathered the test of time. So I think culturally it is an icon here in Chicago.
We have been granted a great honor to be the caretakers of the Auditorium Theatre in its 125th year. And the city has embraced it. And I think that for many of Chicago citizens, we have reintroduced them to the auditorium. And to some of the younger Chicagoans, they may have never been here, and we've introduced the theater for the first time.
As I got to know the Loop and I got to know the city of Chicago, having moved here about 9 years ago, it was just natural that I should come to the place where the history is just so rich. And it's a history of, not only arts and architecture, but a history of Chicago.
It's just such a joy. It's just to see people want to be part of this experience, And really, you can see bridge of generations. I see kids, one of my closest friends is bringing her daughters who are 5 and 7 years old to have that first experience of the Eichmann Ballet.
And it just seems like that from top to bottom at the auditorium, it's not just a place of doing business, that everybody here really loves this institution and what goes on inside this building.
I truly believe that each experience is memorable. Every time we see a show, whether it's Eichmann or some other shows that we witness, it's like you're literally being transformed to a new height.
When I think of all the wonderful artists, the greats that have all graced the stage here. Some of the artists that I saw performing here with Mandy Patinkin, Elton John, Frankie Valli, and also Mel Torme.
The Hungarian folk dance company, Argentinian tango, the Mexican folkloric company from Mexico City. That's, I think, one of the things that distinguishes it from perhaps any other theater in Chicago is the authentic connection to and dedication to cultural diversity.
You know what? I'm a Chicago guy. I was born in Chicago, and to be able to play this venue, which I call it Chicago's Carnegie Hall, is just a very, very inspiring and humbling experience.
Dancing here in Chicago, it's known that you haven't danced on a stage until you've danced at the auditorium. The first time we performed was in 2011. So when we took our company class the morning of the show, I literally stood on stage, looked up, and literally cried. So I just had that moment of, wow, I've made it. And you look up and it just goes up and up and up, and you're like, oh my God, all these people are coming to see the show.
I am an architecture guy, so I love the history of this theater. And as I look at the ceiling and as I look at the arches and just the incredible design, I kind of remember all that went into that and all the thought and the passion and the drive to make something that was for the people.
I think the Auditorium Theatre is exceptionally important, not only as a part of Chicago history and a part of American history, but a part of everyday life in Chicago.
This place wouldn't be the same if it wasn't for the people who made it, and the city of Chicago wouldn't be the same if it wasn't for the Auditorium Theatre. And so we do live the history in every performance that we come to.
We live the history.
We live the history.
We live the history.
I wish for the Aud to just keep having great music, great theater, great dance, forever.
Happy 125th anniversary, Auditorium Theatre.
Happy 125th Auditorium Theatre.
Happy birthday, Auditorium Theatre.
You've made Chicago proud.